All right, welcome to the Gem of All Trades Trading Night School, session number 16. It's crazy. We've done 16 of these suckers. Hope you guys are enjoying them. Let me know video and audio is good tonight. Forex 101 part 3. We're gonna work on understanding price action. Okay, really critical lesson tonight, and I want to talk about that with you. So. Welcome to the Trading Night School. We are not doing Bitcoin TA tonight. I shared that today. We're going to just stick with the Forex tonight. Okay? All right. If I might do a little Bitcoin TA here while we're waiting for people, but anyway, let's make sure that we're focused in on the Forex. It's a fantastic market. Lots of fun. All right. Let's see here. See if I can find you on YouTube. You're actually looking at a live trade of mine, and I'm going to show you why I took it, and we're going to try to teach you to do the same. All right. And beautiful.
Robinhood is an investing app.
Robinhood. All right. Stinking advertisements. Daggone it. What's up? All right, there's 5 of you here. It looks like Raul. What's up? Hey, Johnny 20. How's it going? I'm doing well, by the way. Ready for another lesson tonight. Hope you guys are ready for it. Octavian. Hey, man. Yeah, crazy day for Bitcoin. That's all right. I had a good day in Forex. And the cool thing about Forex is I got to trade every day. I don't have to sit and wait around for Bitcoin to go sideways for days and days. What's up, Aaron? Julman. I don't know how to say it, man. I'm going to just say it how I want to say it. Juleman. Hey, Juleman. So glad you guys are here. How many of you have been enjoying the Forex content? Let me know. I'd like to hear back from you. There's 15 of you here, 14 of you popped in. This is Trading Night School if you just came in. And we are looking at a live trade of mine. I'm going to tell you why I took it. And I'm going to talk about several other market maker moves this week. And we're just going to jump in. But we're going to kind of wait around for everybody to kind of populate here and get in. You're in the shower. Dude, what are you doing on your phone in the shower? That's funny. What's up, Mark? All right. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the Forex stuff. What's up, Geek Boy? To you. What's up, man? It's Carson, right? Is that right? It's Carson, isn't it? Right. Good. Yeah, when you paper trade, Mark, you got to treat it like it's your own money, man. Because otherwise, the paper trading isn't realistic trading. You don't have any emotions. You don't deal with it, and you got to pretend like it's naked Forex. You got to. Sorry. You got to pretend like it's your money, and you got to feel the emotions, fear, hope, and greed. You got to fear it all. You got to have it all. Y'all are so funny. That might be an ending diagonal, guys. You might be looking at an ending diagonal. Ending today's move. I bet you we get a hit up to this yellow line. Maybe a wick past it and a tank. That's my prediction here. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you, geek boy. I hear you. All right, 17 of you here. We'll wait just another minute or so. Let's look at Bitcoin. Pump, 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 pump. You see the divergence here. This is the 15-minute chart. On the large time frames, guys, there's bearish divergence. There's hidden and regular on the larger time frames, the 1 hour and the 4 hour. So, but that's why I'm watching the smaller time frames. Yeah, that is what we call hidden bullish. It's hidden bullish. Probably for the last pump, pumpy pump, you're going to get a breakout to the upside, breakout to the upside, and then boom. 10,400 is my prediction for the top. 10,400, right up here. 10,045. 10,445. That's my prediction for the top. What's my how many lots? This is $40,000, so that is 40% of a standard lot, just a small trade. You can see it right here, 40,000 there. Blue means long, and then green means I'm in profit that much. So this was in profit like 50 bucks here not long ago. $52 I think it got up to. So we got some hidden bullish divergence here as well as bearish divergence. So my guess is that this is going to have, and again you'll learn this with tonight, but maybe tonight there's probably one more pump to the high. It's going to continue making the divergence here like that. So, yeah. All right, you guys ready to rock? Let me hear a yes. I'm ready. Let me hear a let's rock if you're ready to rock. And we're going to talk about price action tonight. I am primarily a price action trader on the Forex. I do not trade intraday for the most part. I don't hold trades over the days like I do Bitcoin. I'm in and I'm out. I'm in and I'm out as quickly as I can. Unless I see that a trade is going to take off and go somewhere, I don't hold them for more than about anywhere from 10 to 30 pips. So that's my strategy. Let me just show you my spreadsheet. If you want to see a spreadsheet, we can play with some numbers here. Let's see. So if you had a $10,000, you want to rock. All right, 3 people are ready. Everybody else is just on watching, and that's all right. As many people want to learn, that's fine. All right, so here's my spreadsheet here. I got $10,000 start. Let's just say I got a balance here. Let's just say I'm trading 50% of it. I'm going to change it to 50% of that. So that means I'm only trading or margining 5,000 of it. Let's just say I make 20 pips a day. 20 pips a day is what we're shooting for. Let's change it to something even more manageable. How about 15 pips? So if you're trading a $5,000 account and you know how to trade it, and you're shooting for just getting 15 pips a day, you're looking at making a profit about $370 per day. Now, I calculate that there's about 220 trading days per year. Okay, let's just say you make $300 a day. Okay, just 15 pips. Okay, there's a $66,000 salary before tax. How would you like that? How would you like that kind of a salary? So this is my strategy. You can make the money, but you got to trade 2.5 lots to do it. That means you've got to be comfortable. You got to know how to get 15 pips. Number one, and number two, you got to be comfortable trading that size of an account. So I do not recommend this. You have to work your way up to it. Okay, you have to work your way up to it. So anyway, I would start out with like a $500 account, for instance, and get 15 pips. Here's the lot size at 50% of your account, 0.12. That means you trade $12,000. So that's what you would buy, and then you're looking for $18 after. Is 1847 is 15 pips. So once you reach 1850, pull out, take your money, and go, and do that every day. If you do that for 2 months, increasing your lot size it's just starting with $500 for 2 months. That's 40 trades. Okay, you're gonna have $2,000 in your account. Okay, if you do it consistently, get 15 pips. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. I don't know if I posted this or not. It's is there a file section? I mean, I shared it a long time ago in the Forex group, but I'll share it tonight. But if there's access to it, yeah, I'll get it to you. So anyway, this is just something I created in Excel. You can make it yourself. It's based on the Forex.com margin. It's about 50 to 1 margin, roughly. And it's basically like an EU trade or an AU trade for the most part. Okay. All right, y'all ready to go? Let's go. All right, welcome everybody. This is for Trading Night School. We're going to be talking about price action. Now, I took a trade right here. I'm still in it. I'm up 10 pips. And the question is, you know, where's it going, or why did I take this trade? Well, number one, let me just show you that I actually this morning, see this dotted line down here? I got into this trade around this area, and I already got out of this trade 50 pips. So I got out of this market. Where did I get out? I got out right here at the top of this wave, right here, or somewhere very close to that, like maybe right there, somewhere up here. After this stop hunt, I actually, once we reached up there, I took my profit, and I made like 50 pips. It was like $198 after it was all said and done. Almost 50 pips, something like that. So anyway, something like that. And I traded that. I mean, that was what I traded today. That's what I made. So it was like $200. And then as I was watching this right here, I just happened to have my computer, and I was able to throw the fibs on that guy, and I realized, oh, there's two things. There's an Elliott Wave confirmation of this trade, and there's an engulfing candle confirmation of this trade. Okay, and so what I did, you guys have to learn this, and I've taught this in my previous videos. Go through my Elliott Wave. Okay, you've got to learn what a 3-wave correction looks like. Okay, there's a 3-wave, and when I saw that form, okay, well, actually, what triggered me was this engulfing candle right there. When I got, this is the 5-minute chart, I got an engulfing candle and then a second one that followed. I'm like, ooh, baby. And then I got the third one that started to wick on me. I was like, oh man, we got a trade coming up. And I threw it. So that was number one. That was what kind of triggered me. Number two, I was actually short. I was actually going short on this, but it reversed on me. So I was watching it. I had switched short up here. But this is a 3-wave move that came to the 127 extension. Can you see it? I'll get a little close. So it came and wicked through the 127, and then it reversed, and then the wave actually encroached upon this area. So when that happened, I knew we were dealing with a 3-wave move. Okay, so I got a 3-wave move, and then I got an engulfing reversal. So I always wait. I don't get in on the engulfing. I always wait for a retest. Okay, and so I got in on this second candle right down here. I got in right down here. Here was my entry on that second candle. But what they actually took it down a little bit more, okay? And I said, okay, if we break this low, I'm going to stop the trade because it's not my trade. So we didn't break the low, so but my stop was here. Though I don't set stops, in my mind that was my mental stop, and I was going to stop the trade there, and that would have been a how many pips was that going to be? That was going to be a 2.5 pip stop. That's pretty amazing, okay? That's pretty good. So with the spread at the time, that was going to be turned into about 3.5 to 4 pip loss. All right. So, but I knew it was very high probability because I had a I had a 3-wave move right here. I had an engulfing candle, 3 of them back to back, that gave me a 3-wave in return. Okay, so I was in the trade right here, and I was playing Mario Kart with my kids, and then I looked over and I saw that candle. I'm like, boom. That was a nice thing to see. So yeah, I'm holding the trade right now, and so I'm up 10 more pips. So I'm up 60 pips for the day. I'm not bragging. I'm just sharing what today's trade was. I'm enjoying that with you guys because it's fun to talk about your wins. Because right now I'm in a bad position in Bitcoin. So let's talk about the wins, not the losses. I talk about the losses too, but I haven't lost yet. I'm not lost in Bitcoin yet. We will see. We will see. I'm patiently riding this out, but not forever. Not forever. Don't ask me about it. I'm not going to talk about it except what I share. All right. Okay. So anyway, so I'm up, and this yellow line. Whenever you see a yellow line on my chart all by itself, you know it's a structure. I've been on the 4-hour chart, and I marked a structure zone. Okay. Right here's a structure zone. We got this wick, this candle right there. That's a structure zone. If I mark any others, and I only marked this one for this trade right here, because I got two candles here. Okay, I got candles here. Okay, I got these two candles here. So this is kind of a repetitive zone right here where multiple candles are hitting here, here, here. So that's the line I put there. Now this is another one. I got a wick here and a wick here. I'm going to mark that off as a structure zone for later, but that's another target. So anyway, I want to watch that on the 4-hour chart. Or the 2-hour, it becomes a little bit, actually the 1-hour might become a little bit clearer. Okay, you see that right there, the top of that right there, that's a nice structure zone. And then right here, the top of this, the top of that, okay, the top of this, the bottom of that, okay, that's support and resistance line right there. And so I drew that as well. And we're heading for that, okay, we're heading for that. So chances are we're going to come up here, and that's a liquidity zone, right? Remember how we talked about that last week? That traders who took this short have their stops up here, or their stops are up here. Okay, so here's a liquidity zone that the market makers are going to come and get. Another liquidity zone market makers are going to come and get. Here's another one right up here, and they're going to work their way up the liquidity ladder. Okay, so I'm kind of holding this trade a little bit. Because I think it's going to go. Now, how deep do I think it's going to go? I'm not sure. This could be a corrective flat, and we might just stop right here and come on down, okay? Or this could be a reversal, which I'm not certain of, but this could be coming on up. So I don't know what it is, but I'm trading the price action. I'm not trading the Elliott Wave. I'm trading liquidity zones and small time frames. So I'm not dependent upon Elliott Wave. But man, Elliott Wave and my knowledge of Elliott Wave helps me in my entries. Very much. So does everybody understand the criteria of tonight's trade, my entry? Even though it's a small, again, it's right now it's just 10 pips, but I believe we're going up here, and I'm going to look to take profit in that range because I think there'll be a larger pullback there. So I mean, I'm looking to take for this trade about 20 pips. And so if I have to go to sleep tonight, I can just click on this right here, and I can do my take profit at 20 pips. Boom, right here and then I can modify that order, and then boom, I've got to take profit up here. So it's a little short of that line. So that's an example of how you might play that. You just take that profit and you call it good. Okay. So anyway, that's been a nice trade today, and anyway, so there. All right, and if it gets up there during trading night school, then I'll close it. Any questions about my entry there and why I took it? So price action then. Let's just talk about that as well. Elliott Wave helps you understand the price action, okay? Because basically what you have are impulses and corrections. Impulses and corrections. And notice that you can have a little correction, and you can have even smaller corrections, or you can have big corrections like this, right? So corrections are always 3 waves, while the impulses are 5 waves, right? So we're always looking for impulses and corrections. Impulses and corrections. That's the first thing you need to understand about the market and price action, okay? Okay, Raul says, what did you click to take profit? Well, I haven't taken profit yet, but here on TradingView, because my account is tied to TradingView here. I'm not going to show you if I pull up my Forex.com account, you'll see everything. I'm not going to pull that up, but I just click right here on the 40,000 on my position, and this box pops up. I can set my stop. And I can now if I wanted to protect my position, I could say -5. So what that's going to do is that's actually going to not 5 pips, but -5. That's going to actually put my stop loss in the positive territory. So if I hit modify there, I got a 5 pip. So now the most the least I'll make on this is 5 pips. It's 20 bucks right now with my stop set. I don't ever set stops like this unless I can't watch, or instead so to cancel that order, I just hit the X right there. It's canceled. Okay. What I'd rather do is right here. I'll put like right here at this. I'll add an alert. Set the alert. That alert emails me. It texts me. I get a text because I get the email. So I get a text alert, an email alert, and and my laptop blows up really, really loud. So what's up, James Bond? How's it going? All right, now so tonight, the first thing I want to talk about as we talk about price action trading, I want to just kind of give you. You're actually going to leave tonight with some strategies. Now, some of you already know some of these, and you're getting better. But I'm going to try to help you continue to grow in your price action trading. Okay, especially if you're doing my strategy, which goes for anywhere from 10 to 30 pips per trade. Okay, again, 10 to 30 pips per trade is what you're shooting for. If that's what you're going for, then you want to definitely know these price action tricks. So you need to know Elliott Wave and for confirmation on entries, because basically I don't really care where we are in the wave as long as I understand in Elliott Wave that 3 waves that measure to the 1-to-1 extension or the 127 or just wicking the 1618, and then a reversal candle that breaks the plane of this little wave right here, just like that. Okay. Here, let me show you another one. Right here, we got a 3-wave move here. I know it's really hard to see. If I go to the 2-minute time frame, you'll actually see the 3 waves right there. That's actually an ABC right there with an ending diagonal sitting right there, pretty as day. You need to learn how to measure. So if you haven't learned how to measure, go back and look at my other videos. I've got videos on how to do it. Join the trading group. I've got videos in there. I'll show you personally how whatever. But anyway, that being said, so learn how to measure a wave. This came to the 1-to-1 extension. It was 3 waves. And then look what happened. We got a reversal candle, okay, that came into the territory of the AB, okay, because that's no longer a 1-2. That's an AB. All right, so this price action reversal candle, this engulfing candle, says this correction was done. So you wait for this thing to do its thing, and that took 20 minutes for this thing to go up. And most people are FOMOing, like, oh, it's reversing, and they're getting into the trade up here, okay, because they think it's going to keep going on them. And so what most traders will do is they'll get in the trade right up here, and then why do you think the market goes against you? Okay, that's exactly what it does, and the market makers will take it against you. All right, but look, this is where we enter the trade. We wait for it to come at least halfway. Okay, at least halfway. We'll just be patient. Okay, so you wait for it to come down. You wait for it to come down. You wait for it to come down. You might even wait for the next reversal candle. Then you get in. Okay, then it's going to go up, but watch out, because they'll come back to you. They'll come back and get you with a stop hunt, and then they'll continue and take it on. Okay, look at this stop hunt that happened today. What liquidity did they come and mess up? Right here, boom. Okay, anybody that got in the trade right in here in this region, they're freaking out because this thing went down really, really fast. Okay, and so they're stopping their trade out. Their stops might have been in this region here once it went on, for them. But this thing came back, stop hunt, and then what I found interesting was this right here. Okay, I didn't go short up here. I went short up here. But look at this stop hunt right here. This happened all in the same 5-minute candle, guys. At the very end of this 2 minutes, this happened so fast. This reversed. This sat here for a little while, and then it reversed and came all the way up here, and then it came back down. And I sat there and watched it. I was actually at my phone watching that. And so so this stop hunt right here came and snatched all liquidities, because everybody who was going short up in this region right here, everybody who was going short, they had their stops up here, and they went up and grabbed all that liquidity, okay, and stopped them out, okay, and actually they're taking it up and continuing it, okay. So The longs, they took out some longs down here and took it up. All right, so we talked about liquidity zones, and we talked about market makers. What's up, Nibbler? How's it going? Um, so yeah, we talked about that last week and want to continue thinking about that. So again, Elliott Wave entries, guys. When you see a three-wave move, okay, on any time frame, okay, three-wave move with an engulfing candle and a retest, engulfing candle and a retest. So this had an engulfing and then a retest. On the retest, that's where you enter, and then you take your profit at 10 to 30 pips. You're going to have to use your intuition to know when, and you know, if the market actually, if you get in something like at the last wave or something, you don't know it, you know, listen, if it comes back to your entry, just stop it. That's not your trade. Just stop it out. That's not your trade. So this would have stopped you out most likely, but that's okay. It's not your trade. Okay, just treat it like that. It's not your trade. That's okay because there's another trade coming. So the trade I took was a three-wave move here. It had an engulfer, and once I got the retest, I was in, and boom, we were off to the races. Okay, now we got this thing right here. Now let's look at this wave right here. I just want to continue thinking about price action, so that what I want you learning tonight is what a three-wave wave looks like. Okay, and then how to enter on that correction on that three-wave move. So let's go to the 1 minute chart here to see this one clearly. See the three-wave move right here? It doesn't look like this, a five-wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's a five-wave motive wave. It's a three-wave. Okay, and you hear me talk about it in the videos all the time. Is that a five-wave or a three-wave? That's critical. It's critical that you think that way, because a three-wave is corrective. That means it's going to continue with the trend, most likely. Okay, so when you see a three-wave correction like this, okay, there's only two things that can happen. It can either go up from there, or it can turn complex and do a double or a complex correction on you and come deeper, and then it's still got to go up. Okay, because that's still a three-wave move. Okay, so three-wave. Now, not only do you need to see three waves, secondly, the second piece of that is you need to learn to measure that three-wave. What you do is you take your trend-based fib extension tool, okay, and you measure the first wave, and you extend it off the second wave. See how it came to the 127 extension? Okay, this is a corrective wave. Okay, and then we got a reversal candle. Okay, so we got a reversal candle right here. Okay, it's going up, and then we just got the retest. Okay, the retest came halfway back. So once that reversal candle came into the territory of this first wave, and then we got the retest, and now we're going to take it up. Okay, so this is a simple strategy that gets you in the market for anywhere from 10 to 30 pips. Now this is Asian market, so Asian market's moving real slow. It's going to take its time getting up here. It's going to take its time to get up here. Maybe it might surprise me. Who knows? But the point is, I'm just showing you price action and understanding this is a common price pattern that you'll see in a trending market. When a market is trending, when the market starts moving up, okay, you just wait for that three-wave pullback, wait for a reversal candle, a retest of the mid-range of it at least, and then enter. Okay, you can use this on Bitcoin as well. It's just Bitcoin's a little bit more erratic, and I don't like the way it moves, so I don't use, and I also don't scout Bitcoin because I don't have time to watch that market, man. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. I enjoy the Forex. I don't enjoy the Bitcoin market. Why do I spend so much time on it? Because you guys want me to. To be honest with you, that's the only reason I spend a lot of time on the Bitcoin market, is because you guys want my information on a daily basis, and so I provide it for you. Okay. Aaron says, stop hunts are so frustrating. I don't even know how to deal with stops. I typically end up on the wrong side of it, and it's a real reversal and stopped out if it's fake. Yeah, man. I get it. You'll get better, Aaron, with time. You'll get better, and I'm teaching you the stuff I've already learned. I'm going to get rid of this take profit right here because I don't want it to take profit there if it's going to go up. And it looks like it may. I'm not sure. We got a one wave and a two wave, and so let me project where this thing might come if this is a 1 and a 2, if it is. So projecting the third, so this 5-wave move might look something like this, maybe something like that. So Yeah, we'll see. But the 1618's right here. Um, I imagine it might even come up even higher than that. We'll see. We'll see. This also may be a complex correction because we didn't quite make it to the 1618. So that's a three-wave move right here to the 127, and we're getting a reversal kind of candle. So this may become a complex correction, which is that's the way I'm thinking right now. Am I freaking out and stopping right now? No, I'm not stopping it right now. What am I going to do? I'm going to wait for the retest of it. So yeah, this looks like a three-wave move here. So this is a perfect example of price action trading right here. Okay, looks like I got a three-wave move with a engulfing candle. Okay, now this is going to come up here, most likely, and then about halfway, and then continue. You see right there. I think we're still going to get more. We'll see. This is the 1 minute chart, but still, this could be a 1-2-1-2, so be careful of that. 1-2-1-2s really go. So we wait for confirmation for sure. But anyway, not freaking out. We just watch and wait. But anyway, this is what I'm doing all the time when I'm watching the 1 minute chart, 2 minute chart, and I'm looking for entry into a scalp trade for 10 to 30 pips. Now, I do this basically. I do it around the session timing. Remember, session timing is important. We do it around London and we do it around New York session. Asian session, if you guys want to practice in Asian is slow and methodical, so it's a good time to practice maybe these skills. You have more time to think about things because it's moving slower. It's at a slower pace and you can practice your skills. It's definitely a lot faster during London and New York, and you got to be on your toes because sometimes the retests happen in the same candle. You'll get an engulfing candle and then a retest halfway, and then it continues on and it's going. Okay, and so that's a little harder, and I don't recommend that you always enter into those, but sometimes that's the retest for sure. Okay, so the first price action lesson I'm teaching you tonight is to recognize what a three-wave move looks like, how to measure them with the fib extensions, and then how to enter. Okay, we're entering on an engulfing candle that goes into the territory of the one wave. Okay, so this is a strategy that you can use, and you can start using it tonight or tomorrow. Okay, so let's talk about it again. We're looking for a three-wave pullback. When you measure that guy, what you do is you get the trend-based fib extension tool. It's over here. Measure the first wave with 2 clicks. Come back from the second wave. This came to the 1-to-1, almost to the 127 extension the way I drew it. So because of that, that's a three-wave move. What you're then waiting for is you want to see an engulfing candle, okay, or several of them that encroaches into this territory, that breaks this plane right here of the bottom of the A wave. That's critical because that's when you know you're going to have a price reversal most likely. See how this one came up? It broke the plane of this A wave. Okay, so here's the A wave right here. Okay, price came up, came into the area of this. Wait for this three-wave pullback right there, and there's your entry for this trade. Now again, it doesn't always work, okay, because sometimes there's fake outs and things of that nature, but this is a very, very common way I enter a trade, especially on a 10 to 30 pip trade. Okay, you can use this strategy on the 4-hour chart as well. You can use it on the 1-hour chart. On the slower charts, you can definitely use them on every time frame. Okay, so if you want to trade larger moves, you'll get larger moves that way. You can trade that. So you're looking for a three-wave pullback, measures to the 1-to-1, 127, or the 1618. Okay, then you have an engulfing candle that comes and encroaches, or a series of candles that encroaches on the bottom of the A wave. Okay, and then you wait for the retest of 50%, at least 50%, but you might even wait for the 618 or be patient enough to wait for the 618 and see what happens. Okay, and then you enter the trade, and then you're not going to have a lot of drawdown. And you know what drawdown is, don't you? Drawdown is when you enter a trade like here at the top of this candle, and then it does this on you, and you got to wait for this thing to go down and go against you and then reverse. You got to wait for that drawdown, and it's no fun waiting for that. So we let the drawdown take place. Let all the other traders make it draw it down, and then you get in at the bottom, and then all you get to do is watch the green go up. Okay, how are we doing with that concept? Who thinks they understand it, and they could probably start utilizing that in their trading? That guys, That's a valuable, valuable thing that I just shared with you right there. That is mainly how I trade for 10 to 30 pips. That's one of my primary ways that I trade. The key though to that trading is you got to be willing to take a 10 pip, take 5 pips, or be willing to stop it out if it comes against you. That's not your trade. If it comes against you, it's not your trade. You got to be willing to stop it. You can't afford on a scalp trade 10 to 30 pips it going against you much. You can't afford it. How are we doing with that? Give me some feedback. All right, come on, feedback. That's correct. The better entry you have, Geek Boy, the smaller is the stop loss. All right, Tommy, would it be good for me to show you some more examples? Would that help? Julman, welcome back. Um, okay, so do you want me to show you some more examples? Yep. That's why I'm not chasing the Bitcoin market right now. Where do I put my stop? Where do I stop it? There's no logical place. Okay, more examples. Let me show you the concept again first. It works for going up and going down. 3-wave moves. Okay? 3-wave move. Here's how you measure the first wave and you're comparing it to the second wave. So you use the trend base. You come over here. Okay? It'll be this list right here with the pitchfork and all that stuff. Come to the trend base fib extension. Just hit the yellow button, hit the little star right there, and then down here, if you click star, that brings up your favorites toolbar. So I never have to go searching for it. It's in my favorites all the time. Okay. So click on trend base fib extension tool. Okay. Then we're going to measure by clicking the first wave, the bottom of the first to the top, or the top to the bottom, whichever way it's going. You measure the first wave and you extend it off of the bottom of the second wave. A corrective wave, okay, a wave that's a correction, a 3-wave move, will stop at the 1-to-1, the 127, or it will just wick the 1618. That's what a corrective wave does. It's 3 waves and it stops. And then what happens, you'll get a reversal candle, some kind of engulfing candle, or a series of candles. A series of candles that encroaches on the top of this wave right here. When you get that, that's your signal to wait for a retest. Wait for the retest. I can't say it enough. Wait for this thing to come back. Wait for the retest. At least 50%. You're looking for a 50% pullback. Okay? Once you get a 50% pullback, ideally you might want to wait for the next candle to reverse. Jump in on that candle and watch it go. It doesn't always do it. Sometimes they give you it. You might wait for the close of it, or just go for it about 50%. You might have a little bit of drawdown, but you're not going to have a ton of drawdown. And your what do you call it? Your stop is right here. Okay, so if you're looking for the reversal here, okay, so your stop is right here. It's only a couple of pips away. Okay, so 5-minute chart for me is a great chart to do this on, the 5-minute chart, but you can really see the wave action on the 1-minute chart. I don't recommend, well, you need to learn to trade on all charts, but if you can't see that on the 5-minute chart, you might not want to trade the 1-minute. I wouldn't trade the 1-minute if I were you. I don't want to. That is advice. Don't trade the 1-minute chart until you know what you're doing. Okay, so let me show you. Let me show you what I saw today. Uh, Whoa, where'd it go? There it is. Okay, so today I was actually looking to go short, and I was short. I actually was short from up here. I can't remember. I was 30. I was how many pips? I was like $40 in profit, like 10 pips in profit. I was like, oh, okay, this is going well. So I thought we were going to continue down to the lower side, and then all of a sudden, I got this giant whoop, and it came and messed me up. I think I got in somewhere like right here. Right here, somewhere like right there is where I got in. So it came, but then it came, and I stayed in the trade, okay, because I know when price moves really fast, I haven't talked about this with you, it's gonna come back, okay, it will come back on you. So don't just jump out on a big wick like that. Generally, it'll come back for you, okay. All right, now, anyway, that being said. I saw that comment. All right. So anyway, that happened. So what I did, it looked like a three-wave move. I'm like, oh, okay, this is. So the way I was thinking, this is a three-wave move to this five-wave move. So I'm thinking 1, 2, and now we're going to continue going down, right? So this wave started. I'm like, boom, boom, and it came back down, and I was like up 35, $40. And I was like, okay, we're doing good. Okay. So then what happened is I got this candle right here. Okay. This is the 2-minute chart. I got these candles right here, and they're kind of engulfing type candles. They're kind of direction changing candles, okay. And then I got this red one. I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's just a fake out, but no, the next candle it went up again. I'm like, uh-oh. So what I did was I measured this wave right here. There's a three-wave move here. Look at it. Down, up, down. That's a three-wave move. Okay, and then I measured it. Boom, boom, boom. Look where it came. Look where this three-wave move came. It came to the 127. Then I was like, ooh, that's a corrective wave. Then I measured. I said, let me check this wave right here, and I measured it, and look where it came. The top of this came to the 2618. That is not a corrective level. That is an impulse level. Okay, that's an impulse level. So this was an impulse. I said, "Ooh, I got an impulse to the upside and a three-wave pullback." And all of a sudden, I'm like, "I know the direction of this wave. I know the direction of this trend." Now, this also happened. Look what time of day this was. Right down here, 9 o'clock. I got in the trade at 8:30. This is right in the middle. Between 8 and 10 o'clock is right in the middle of New York zone. So I'm like, okay, this is the New York move. Okay, this is what's going on. And so basically, once I realized, oh, I figured it out. All this chop confused traders. All this chop confused the traders. We go down. That's a fake out. Created a bunch of people going short. Then they take it up really fast. Okay, but when I saw that, again, when I saw that price action, I did a couple of measurements. Okay, I measured this wave here, and I measured that wave. I said I got an impulse and a correction. The next move is up, no matter what. I didn't know how high it was going to go. All I knew was the next move was up. So this thing just kept going and kept going, and I did not enter. You know when I entered this trade? Right here at the bottom of that wave. Okay? Actually, it was on this candle right there. I got in like right here. Okay? So this gave me the correction. Didn't give me a big correction, but I knew we already had the one wave and the retest, so I'm like, oh, this is actually going to start going. So I once I got some kind of a little pullback and it looked like it started to reverse again, I jumped in, and it was all green from there. It was just all green, and it was a great little trade. Just checking my trade here, guys. Sorry. So that's a real life example today of this particular trade that I took today. Okay, learn how to measure a wave, and I teach this in my Elliott Wave course. Okay, I teach this extensively in my Elliott Wave course. You get in the crash course here, so you got to go back to Trading Night School for the Elliott Wave lessons. Okay, if you don't have them, and I teach you how to do that extensively. But basically, you got to learn what a three-wave looks like, and you learn how to measure them. Okay. See, when you're on larger time frames, guys, you can't see. For my style of price action trading, you can't see. Sorry. those waves. Okay, all you see is just straight up. You can't see those little waves. So for my style, I need to be on the 5 minute and to the 1 minute, really looking at those waves. Again, I'm only looking for 10 to 30 pips per trade. So understand that. I'm also using the RSI as well. I use the RSI extensively. We'll talk about that later, but I do use the RSI extensively. Everybody understand that trade today? Was that not an awesome trade? I mean, I was whipped around here, guys. I was looking for direction. I was trying to figure it out. I thought I was settled on short. I'm like, okay, I found the direction. And then once we got that reversal, that was 5 waves followed by a 3-wave move, I said, oh, wow. And so, and then I held this thing. Once I got this tall candle here, I was like, I held this thing. I wanted to see. I threw the fibs on here. I said, oh, this could be a 335 expanded flat, but we come back past the 1618, guys. So I don't think this is an expanded flat. I think this is a reversal. So I'm actually looking for 5 waves to finish. And it looks like we're getting an ending diagonal here for the 5th wave. I'm actually going to short this. If you want to short it with me, feel free at your own risk. You can short that at your own risk. But sometimes when we get a diagonal looking in Ethereum, not Ethereum, but EU, it actually starts shooting up like that. So be careful. A lot of times the price action of EU will look like a diagonal and then it just shoots up. So be careful with that. Okay, some more examples. Okay, I'm on the 15-minute chart. Let me show you this on the 15-minute chart. Same example, except this is a down move. Okay, so price is coming down. So I got this big candle down, and then we got a 3. See the 3 waves there? Hi, buddy. So we got 3 waves here, right there. Now, while this is being made, you might be thinking, oh, this is reversing and going up, right? So what you do when this is being formed, okay, if you're not in the trade, okay, you measure it. Now look, this one came. Now this one's tricky, but let me show you. This one came to the 1618. You say, oh, that's impulsive. Not really, because the next move after that, it came and it infringed on the top of the A wave, A, B, C. So once this thing infringes the A wave, it's like that's your clue. Okay, this is a reversal. So the criteria is you get 3 waves to the 1-1, 127, or the 1618. Okay, and then a reversal that infringes upon the top of the A. Once you get that, you know you got a correction. Now you got to be careful because you can get this. It can infringe on it like that, and then you can get that. You can get a double correction, and then it comes down. Regardless, you got a decent, trade on your hands. Now, what you do is you wait for this thing. Now look, this thing didn't retest. It didn't retest. It didn't. Finally, you got a 3-wave retest. Now, I'm going to zoom in. I want to show you guys something. Guys, I should be selling this because this is pure gold what I'm sharing with you guys. I mean, it's pure solid gold. Okay, so here we go. Here's the move from here to here. Look where it came back to. Didn't quite make the 50%, but it almost did. It almost made the 50%. So it came back in 3-wave fashion right here. Okay, once you got this 3-wave right here and it started showing signs of reversal, boom, there's your entry short. Right there. Okay? And how many pips would you have gotten on this deal? That's good for about 20 pips right there. And then it went just sideways on you, sideways, and that was through Asian session. Asian session. All this is Asian. London, nope, London started. Look at that, guys. London started right here. Actually, London started here, but this is pre-London right here. Okay? This was pre-London right here. And this was London, and it continued. So it just consolidated all through Asian and then continued. Okay? Now, excuse me. So that's the way you think about it, guys. 3 waves. It's got to measure properly. The reversal has to infringe upon the top of the A wave. Okay, and that's the trigger. And then you wait for a retest, and then you enter. Tara, I am not talking about Bitcoin TA tonight. Sorry, this is Trading Night School. So Trading Night School is teaching people how to trade, and it's something I do every Thursday night for free. And this is a price action strategy that you have to understand Elliott Wave. You have to understand how to use the trend-based fib extension tool, and you have to be diligent to stop your trade out. I haven't talked about the stops much, but if you enter the trade right here to the downside, your stop is up here. Now this one's kind of far away, but this is where your stop is. If it breaks this plane up here, it's not your trade. It's not your trade. You're gonna have to learn to say that. That's not my trade. Say that with me. Type it out. That's not my trade. If you learn to say that, guys, you will not have FOMO anymore. You won't have FOMO. You just say that's not my trade. Hey, guess what? Let me show you something that's not my trade. You see this right here? See all this pumping up to the upside? I missed all that. I missed all that. I had a chance to get in here. I didn't do it. I was going to. I thought about it. I didn't do it. Oh, hindsight's 20/20, isn't it? And I missed all that. Guess what? That's not my trade. And guess what? I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. There might be some people mad at me that I didn't get that, and therefore they didn't get it. But, I mean, I don't win them all, guys. I don't win them all. Let me say that again. I don't win them all. I win a good amount of them. I like the Forex better than Bitcoin. Bitcoin sucks. Bitcoin moves when I'm sleeping. Forex can move when I'm sleeping. I don't care because I can always find a trade somewhere on the Forex. Where are you? Okay, there we go. Okay, no signs of reversal yet. So I told you it's going to take its little time doing this little thing. Let it center before you enter. That's right. That's right. I love it, guys. Love it. That is gym trade. Okay. All right, guys. There's an hour, almost. Is that enough to process? Because I had some other price action stuff to show you, but maybe that's enough tonight. Just let that settle. Or do you want some more info? No, we can't FOMO in Bitcoin. No FOMOing in Bitcoin. All right, I will do a little Bitcoin for you here. Let me show you. Okay, now Bitcoin's tougher, guys, but here's a three-wave move working right here. See the three-wave move working? Now Bitcoin doesn't do as well as the Forex does. Let's measure it. It's wicked down to the 1-to-1 extension. Let's see. Let's go to a smaller time frame. There we go. Looks like it might be finished. Didn't quite make the 1-to-1, but it almost did. It's got reversal characteristics, maybe. Not convinced yet. Wait for something up here. Wait for a pullback. You can enter long. Just make sure that you get out if it starts running on you. But you know how fast Bitcoin reverses. When it hits a top, it reverses. So use a stop. But you can use this. You can use this on if you want to trade this small thing right here. Go ahead. I just don't trade the small stuff like that, especially at the top of waves. I don't trade that small stuff in Bitcoin. I just don't do that, and partly because I'm leading people in trading on Bitcoin, and I don't want people to trade risky. So I'm well aware that people are following me and watching my trades and maybe even copying them, and so I trade longer term, so I hold them longer, and I can sleep. I don't sit and watch charts all day. So Okay, let me just show you one more little thing that's related to what we're talking about here, and that is the way candles function. Okay, I want to show you something that's critical that you'll understand. Two things I want you to know. First off, when price starts moving rapidly, okay, I'm going to ask this question. I want you guys to answer. When you see price jumping rapidly, quickly, what do you think that's designed to do? And by the way, the market makers do that. They move the market rapidly. There are no traders in the world saying, okay, let's all get together, make the price jump right here, right now. No, market makers do that. Now, why do you think that happens? Okay, there's a couple of reasons, but generally what happens to you, think about you and how you feel when price starts moving rapidly and you're looking for an entry into a trade. Yep, Tommy, when I go full time, I will be scalping Bitcoin. Maybe liquidate, but probably not. The rapid movement of price generally is to create fear, to create intensity and emotion in you, to excite emotion in you, because trading is emotional. Okay, that's why you have to trade emotion less. You have to learn to do it, and it takes time to get that emotion out of you. It's taken me 3 years of focused learning, a focused discipline and learning, and I'm still not altogether there. I've got a little bit of greed left I've got to deal with that I'm working on. Okay. Anyway, once I deal with the greed aspect of it, I'll be much better. But anyway, so yeah, price moves quickly and volatilely. Okay, especially after, for instance, after it's been going down, it'll move up quick against you. Now, when do most traders enter a trade? Do they enter a trade? Okay, so when do most traders enter a long trade, to go long? I'm going to ask that question and wait for some feedback. When do most traders enter long? What's the signal that most traders use to go long? Hey Tony, how's it going? Welcome to Trading Night School. This is where we learn how to trade on Thursday nights. Geek Boy answered. Anybody else? When do most traders enter long? Yeah, on green candles, on breakouts, when price starts moving really fast. They're like, oh, I got to jump on that train. Now, Tara, that's funny. All right. So here's what happens. Price was going down. Really, that's pretty volatile price action right there. That's 5-minute chart. That's coming down really fast, right? Okay. So let's try to guess when does somebody, okay, so before that price was going up kind of volatilely. It was kind of going up really fast, right? And then look what happened. Ooh, really fast. When do you think most traders got in on this? Well, price went up and they're watching like, oh no, and then it started coming back. What's the emotion feel like when it comes back? Okay, it's coming back. We're okay. And then all of a sudden, did it again. Creates excitement and fear. Oh, it's going to go. It's going. And then it comes back. Oh, we're okay. It's coming back. And that third hit, you're like, this thing is going. And most traders are getting in right in here. Right in here. The moment it breaks the top of this thing. Okay? On the third hit. Now, that's critical that you understand that. It's usually on the third hit, the FOMO kicks in. And they're like, I got to get in. And what do you think the market makers do after that third hit? They take it against you. Do you ever feel like the market goes against you immediately after you enter every trade? Have you ever felt like that? It's like the market makers are sitting and watching your screen, and whatever you do, they do the opposite, like right after you do it. Have you ever felt that way? Tony, that's not most traders, buddy. I'll be honest with you. That's not most traders. That's actually a good trader. When I say I'm talking retail traders, I'm talking people that don't know what they're doing, that are trading this market. Somebody in the trading group today was saying that very thing. The market always goes the opposite way that they decide. Okay, the reason, Tommy, most is because of your entry. Okay, your entries are bad, or you're trading for too many pips. Okay, again, you can trade in this environment if you keep it to 10 to 30 pips. Okay, because look what this is right here. That's 40 pips, 10 to 30 pips right in there, and you'd be happy with that. Okay. Yes. Like, awesome, Tony. That makes me feel good. All right, so that's what's going on. Okay, so what you have to do then is you have to realize, control the FOMO. Okay, hit number 1, hit number 2, hit number 3. Wait a minute, this thing's going to come back. And it does, and you wait for that thing to come back. Okay? You wait for it to come back. This is your entry for this trade. Okay? But most traders aren't thinking they want to go long when the red candles are showing. They're freaking out. They're thinking, oh, no. But that's the best place to do it. Why? You enter right here at the bottom here. Why? Because your stop is so close. If you're wrong, how many pips do you lose? But if you get in up here and you're wrong, oh boy, look how many pips you lose. Okay? You see that? That's critical for you to understand. You've got to understand price action and the way it works, the way the market makers move. 3 hits, boom, 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 create the fear. People get in, and then boom, they take it against you. You got to wait that out, and then they get out of the trade, and then it goes on the way that they thought it was going to go. It happens over and over and over again. That's right, Peter. All right, so if you want to go long, you need to have the mindset, I go long on red candles, not green candles. I can't tell you. Let me just tell you something. Every green candle I've ever gone long on, it's always retraced back on me. Always. But man, I can't tell you. I can tell you many times that I'm entering on red candles. I never see any drawdown. I nail the bottom and it just takes off. I still feel FOMO sometimes. Oh, I'm missing the move. And I get in because I think maybe there's not going to be a retrace. And what do you know? I get in at the wrong time, and I got to wait through drawdown. Now, I'm disciplined enough. I just wait it out. I wait it out. You don't always get it back, but you do most of the time. All right. So now, look. So now, price is going up. It reverses. Now, some traders are getting in right here. Right, some traders are getting in here. Most traders, let's just look at the pumps here. Pump number 1, pump number 2, pump number 3. Where are they getting in? Most traders are getting in short, right in this range. Okay, short. Then, what do? Boom, boom, boom. They take it up pretty volatilely against you. They're messing people up. They're messing the people who had the better entry up too. They're thinking, oh, maybe I got it wrong, and then it continues. Okay, so that's just the way the market does. Okay, so listen. Here's what you got to do. Here's what you got to do. Do not enter a long trade on a green candle. Wait for a 50 to 60% pullback, and if it doesn't come, it's not your trade. Say it. That's not my trade. You've got to learn to do that. If you don't get a 50% to 60% pullback, that is not your trade for this type of price action trading. You've got to learn that. You've got to say that. You've got to have that mindset. You've got to be chill about it. You've got to know what you're doing. Okay? You've got to have a mind that says, that's not my trade. That is not my trade. Okay. Now, I want you to notice something else about candles, candle action. Notice, I'm just going to kind of show you here. Let me clear my chart. I don't want to remove everything. Here, let's just look at this one right here. This is a good example. Okay. Look at this first candle. Down. The next candle came back 70% of that one. Then you got another candle. The next candle overlapped. The next candle overlapped. The next candle overlapped. Candles generally overlap 50 to 60%. Let it center before you enter. That's where that rule came from. Okay, then you get a group of candles, and then you get a larger pullback. It's going to come back 50% or 60% of that movement. In other words, guys, when you see price going here and you want to enter the trade here, no, you wait. Again, this is all the same mindset, but what you got to realize, this happens over and over and over on small time frames, on large time frames. It happens over and over and over. You see price moving on you, wait for it to come back the 50 to 60% because it's going to. If you decide to get in the trade somewhere in this range, when it comes back, you're going to be in the negative and you're going to be freaking out. You're going to think this is going away on you. And it's not. It's just coming back to 50 to 60%. So have enough patience to say, okay, I understand price action here. I get it. So I'm not going to get in here. I'm just going to be patient and wait. I want to wait for this wave to come back. Once it comes back, that's when you enter the trade to the downside in this example. Okay? It's easy to see while it's being made, right? It's easy to see that now. Now, here's the thing. You wouldn't have known what, see, this was kind of going up. You would have thought maybe this is going up like that. Well, here's how you could have figured it out. Once you get that move and this came back, once you got that engulfing candle, okay, now look here, engulfer, okay, maybe you're Fomo and it's going to go without you. No, it's not. Look at this way. Look at that candle right there. What did it do? You got this move here, and then this one candle came all the way back 60%. That's so much better of an entry down to the downside. But some of y'all are thinking, "Oh no, that's 3 waves. That's that's 3 waves. It could have gone up on you." Yeah, but here's the deal. You enter short here. Here's your stop. If you're wrong, you're wrong. But how many pips do you lose? You lose hardly anything. That's why you've got to learn to stop that trade. Okay? So this trade idea works. You can try it over and over and over again. Let it go and then let it come back 50%. Once you see reversal signs or the beginning of reversal, enter that trade as close to the bottom or the top as you can, okay? Because your stop is closer. Your stop is the last low or the last high, depending on which way you're going, okay? But you'll notice on candle action, candle bodies, look, you got this big wave right here. Look at this. Look at that big candle right there. Look at this next one. It didn't quite make 50%, but it almost did. Okay? Let it center before you enter. Look at this. Look at this candle right here. See that candle? The next one came back down. It's right here in the middle, okay? Sometimes they just continue on, okay? But still 50%. So this came back to 50% before it went on. Okay, let's see, from this point to this point, look at that retrace. That's about 50% of the top of this to the top of that. 50% pullback, boom, and it continues on. That's the way price moves over and over and over again, and you got to understand it. That's price action. That's raw price action, and you got to understand it, know it. You got to watch it. You got to see it. You got to turn the matrix on. Your eyes got to begin. So because once you begin to see it, buddy, it all begins to open up, and you realize why you're losing trades, while it goes in the negative against you, because you're getting in FOMO, emotions, and all these things. Okay, all right. Let me show you the same thing. So all of this is kind of the same lesson, just packaged a different way. Let me show you on the let's go to the 2-hour time frame. Okay, 2-hour time frame. By the way, this is my large scale analysis right here. I was showing somebody that this is a 3-wave move here. So if this is there we go. So if this is a 3-wave move, and then we got a 3-wave move, okay, what am I expecting now? I'm expecting a 3-wave move. So this is my TA for this wave: down, up, down. And I'm looking for this kind of price action. So I'm looking for a little bit of a down move at some point soon, and then a continuation to the upside. So that's my large scale TA using Elliott Wave, and I do that on the 2 to 4 hour chart. And then now that I know the general direction of this wave, and I know it's going to come up to about 50 to 60% before it goes down, then that helps me with the direction for EU on the larger time frames. But notice here, you see that engulfing candle today that happened today. Okay, see that engulfer? So what are we waiting for, guys? What are we waiting for on this trade right now? This is an engulfing candle, okay, and it's coming up. So what are we waiting for? We're waiting for some kind of a 3-wave pullback that's 50 to 60% of the wave. Now, who knows how high this wave is going to go, right? But this might pull back to here and then continue on like that. This may come up here a little bit more and take out this liquidity, then come down and then up again, take out this liquidity. There's any number of things it can do. But I'm looking for some kind of a 3-wave in this region, okay? So that's my understanding here. So that's just kind of helping you understand. But anyway, I guess my point is we're waiting for pullback. Now, this is the 2-hour time frame, right? So, I mean, look here. We got an engulfing series, okay? All right, what are you waiting for? 3-wave pullback. 50 to 60%. This one didn't quite make the 60%. It went on. As soon as you had the reversal engulfer, okay, you had a second engulfer, you might wait for the retest and then enter. And so this trade might not have revealed itself to you following this rule set until right about in here, okay? But even then, you had to wait for this thing to pull back here, and you can see how they keep going for liquidity every time. But anyway, that trade was fairly difficult to catch. Now again, this is the 2-hour time frame, right? So you have time to watch this. Let's go to the 1 hour and see if we can see it any better. Now this is better. Okay, why? Because you had the reversal kind of pattern, then the pullback. Right here you could have entered. Okay, it wouldn't have been the greatest feeling in a while until up here. It wouldn't have been a great feeling, but you can see that. But this works on every time frame, guys. This idea that I'm sharing with you. Okay. All right, guys. There's Trading Night School for tonight. Price action trading, understanding that the market always comes back. Say it with me. The market always comes back. It always does on every time frame. On every time frame. And yes, Bitcoin will always come back to you on every time frame. Okay, the 20,000, everybody's FOMOing in. What did it do? It came back all the way to the 3,000 mark. Now it's moving up again, and everybody's starting to FOMO. Why am I not FOMOing? Because I know something that everybody else isn't thinking about. And here's what I know: it's going to come back 50 to 60%. I know it. It's eventually going to come back, and it's going to hit 6,000 again. It's going to hit 5,000 again, most likely. Good chance it's going to hit 3,000s or the 3,000s again. It's a good chance. I'm aware of that. I know that because the market always comes back. It is not going to just start running and leave you behind forever. It just won't do it. The market doesn't work that way. Market makers can't function that way. I haven't talked to you about why it comes back, but just know that it does. Hey, I really appreciate you guys being interactive with the chat and just kind of, talking with me, letting me know you're watching and listening. What I just shared with you is so critical to your understanding of how markets move. I mean, just so absolutely critical. All right, guys, looks like we're getting some kind of a little bit of a reversal out of here, though I'm not freaking. I'm just watching this, and we're near my reversal area. So I could choose right now to take profit or risk some of this profit to say, you know what, I think we're going to get more upside. Okay, let me look at the RSI here. RSI is still making lower lows, but I still have the hidden bullish divergence. The hidden bullish divergence hasn't wiped out yet. So I'm going to hang in a little. I'm going to risk my profit for more profit. And if I don't get the profit, I'm willing to risk that. But I'll only risk it so much. Only risk it so much. I'm not going to hold that forever. Okay. Thanks, Julman. Appreciate it. Raul, thank you. Geek Boy, appreciate you. Tommy, good to see you. Peter Ting, awesome. Appreciate you guys stopping by for Trading Night School. If you made it to the end of the lesson, you want me to do a little? I'll do a little Bitcoin TA for you as a bonus here. All right, so it looks like we got a three-wave move. It's come down to the one-to-one extension. It's wicking it, guys. There's so many people so used to conditioned right now for Bitcoin reversing. Once it comes down, it just starts coming back up. This is almost trending down. I have an idea that this is going to be coming down here, guys. This might be the top. We might have hit the top here, guys. I have a sneaking suspicion. If we break here or here or here to the upside, and you see this wave right here, if we so here are the three areas. See this bottom of this wave right here? If price comes down here and then reverses and breaks into the territory of this wave, it's going up more. Now it may just be a three wave and then more down. Okay, so be careful about that, but it's going to go up more. So what do? FOMO in right now? No. You wait for a pullback, and then you get in the trade here, and then it goes on. Okay, so that's the way you think about it. Okay. Okay, there you go. So there's some Bitcoin TA. Apply what you just learned and become better traders, guys. I hope that makes you a better trader. What you just learned, it's critical. Critical. All right, you guys have a fantastic evening. If you're not part of the trading group, gotta join. Come join the fun. Just become a Patreon. You can't beat the membership fee and how much you get for the membership monthly support. You're supporting a good family as well. I'm going to be going full time. I'm actually going to have a live trading room soon. Once I go full time, I'm 44 years old. I've got a family. I've got to make sure that we're in a place where we can actually do this and minimize the risk to the family. So really focusing hard in on that. Okay? All right. You guys have a great night. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.